In the Konstantinovsky direction, crews of the Uragan multiple launch rocket system from the 238th Guards Artillery Brigade of the Southern Military District unleashed a devastating barrage. Rockets streaked across the sky, lighting it with fiery trails before slamming into their targets. Within moments, a fortified stronghold and a concentration of enemy manpower were reduced to burning craters, the Uragan living up to its name with overwhelming force. Footage from the front lines shows Ukrainian armed forces vehicles caught in the crosshairs of FPV drones operated by fighters from the West Group of forces. One by one, the drones dive toward their targets, precision strikes erupting into fireballs across the battlefield. In seconds, armored vehicles are reduced to wreckage, the silent efficiency of modern drone warfare on full display. Once again, the Lancet does what it does best. In the northern direction, operators of the North Group deployed a kamikaze UAV against a 155mm Bogdana self-propelled howitzer of the Ukrainian armed forces. The drone's autolock guided it unerringly to the target, ending the strike with its trademark precision. Moments later, only the charred remains of the artillery system lay in place, a routine yet flawless performance by Russia's most reliable hunter in the sky. A drone pilot from the Russian armed forces demonstrated exceptional skill on the battlefield. Using a KVN fiber optic FPV drone, the pilot managed to penetrate enemy defenses and destroy 2 Ukrainian armed forces T-64BV tanks near the village of Varvarovka in the Kharkiv Oblast. The operation was carried out in just 1 hour through a series of high-precision strikes captured live from the air. This success has been hailed as a clear example of the effectiveness of Russia's new tactics in countering armored vehicles on the front lines. This spectacular operation once again underscores that in the era of modern warfare, speed, ingenuity, and drone technology have become decisive weapons on the battlefield. Exclusive footage from Kiev. A combined attack of Geran 2 drones and missiles struck strategic targets in the Ukrainian capital. High-precision explosions shook the Kiev night sky, marking a new wave of air operations with deadly accuracy. In the settlement of Kucherovka, the Russian aerospace forces executed a precise strike with 4 FAB 500 glide bombs fitted with UMPK-PD kits. The targets belonged to the 14th Separate Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, which had gathered to regroup before launching actions in the Kupiansk direction. The strikes landed with calculated accuracy, disrupting enemy movements and tightening the operational grip around Kupiansk, a front where the encirclement continues to progress. Day and night, fighters of the center group of forces continue their advance, systematically dismantling Ukrainian infantry positions and armored assets. Supporting the assault, strike drone operators deliver pinpoint attacks across the front, targeting critical elements of the enemy's infrastructure. The footage captures precise drone strikes hitting antennas, a Baba Yaga UAV, launch platforms, quadcopters, shelters, Starlink terminals, and a Stugna P anti-tank system. Each strike lands with deliberate precision, crippling the enemy's surveillance and communication network as the offensive grinds forward without pause. Russian forces have retaken Krasnogorsk in the Zaparisia region. Storm detachments of the 60th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade, part of the 5th Army, raised their flag over the town as operations continued along the right bank of the Yanchur River. More than 5 square kilometers of enemy-defended terrain were brought under control. During the assault, several enemy positions were neutralized and 4 armored vehicles plus 9 cars were destroyed, consolidating yet another foothold in the southern advance. The Russian aerospace forces continue shaping the battlefield from above. Near Pokrovskoye, a road bridge across the Volchya River was reduced to rubble, cutting off a vital route for enemy movement. Later in the Konstantinovka area, a FAB 3000 bomb found its mark on a temporary base of the 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade, leaving the site engulfed in smoke. Further north, an X-38 missile struck another deployment point of the 57th Motorized Infantry Brigade near Seversk, dismantling the structure in a single hit. One after another, these precise strikes tighten control over the front, leaving no safe passage for the opposing side. Troops from the Northern Army Group launched a precision strike in the Chernihiv region. Using geranium missiles, they successfully destroyed a Ukrainian military drone control center near the village of Makhik. This attack is part of the latest operation in the escalating conflict along the front lines. On the Zaparisia front, Russia once again demonstrated its dominance. In intense operations in the Malaya-Tokmachka area, Guard units from the 42nd Division launched a high-precision strike. Using Lancet drones, they successfully destroyed Ukrainian armed forces tanks and artillery with impressive accuracy. Meanwhile, infantry troops, under the cover of attack drones, broke through defensive lines and seized a strategic bridge position. The battle in Zaparisia continues to intensify, and victory in this area marks an important step in Russia's operations in southern Ukraine. In the Zaparisia region, Russian forces unleashed a barrage of deadly fireworks on Ukrainian positions. After a reconnaissance drone spotted Ukrainian troops in a forest near Zeleny High, Grad MLRS units were immediately deployed, obliterating the fortifications and positions in a devastating strike. In the northern Seversky sector, Russian Special Operations Forces executed a precise sabotage mission. Using T-62M anti-tank mines, they targeted and destroyed a fortified Ukrainian UAV control bunker. Moments later, a massive explosion ripped through the position, sending debris and smoke skyward, marking the complete annihilation of the enemy's drone coordination hub. Amid the chaos on the battlefield, a Belarusian volunteer unit found itself under attack. Their HMMVW burst into flames after being struck by two incoming Russian FPV drones. Smoke billowed into the air as the vehicle burned, but against all odds, the volunteers managed to escape, scrambling to safety from the blazing wreckage moments before it was engulfed completely. Through the faint footage, the dramatic moment in eastern Rodinskoye is clearly visible. A Ukrainian Armed Forces BTR-4 was completely destroyed after being struck by a precision FPV drone attack. A powerful explosion marked the end of the armored vehicle's movement. Aerial precision strikes once again foiled Ukraine's plans. In the Luhansk People's Republic, FPV drones from the Zapad group successfully neutralized Ukraine RAM-2X loitering munitions and darts drones, stopping the attack before it could even begin. Moving on to Konstantinovka, the Yug group destroyed two armored Humvee vehicles, while Molnia UAV operators disabled two temporary Ukrainian troop positions in the Seversk direction. Not stopping there, the Vostok group successfully repelled a counterattack in the Dnepropetrovsk region, destroying Kozak and Humvee armored vehicles, along with enemy personnel attempting to advance. In Krasnoarmysk, Center group personnel attacked Ukrainian positions using FPV drones with deadly results. Meanwhile, UAV teams from the Sever group eliminated a mobile unit of the Ukrainian armed forces approaching the line of contact in the Kharkov region. And in the Sumy direction, paratroopers from Ussurisk used FPV drones to neutralize an airstrike and shoot down an enemy reconnaissance drone. Russia's technological superiority continues to ensure its advantage on the front lines. In the Kherson region, the crew of an MSTB Howitzer from the Dnipro group of forces took aim at a high-value target. After precise calculations and coordinated fire, the thunderous shot rang out. Moments later, the shell struck its mark, obliterating a Ukrainian armed forces UAV control center in a fiery explosion that sent shockwaves across the front line. Once again in the Sumy direction, our lightning drones do what they were built for. One strike, one impact. The loitering munition hits its mark and detonates on contact, instantly neutralizing the target. Fast, clinical, and routine. The drone's reliability turns enemy positions into nothing more than ruined coordinates on the map. That's all for today's update. Thanks for watching, and don't miss our upcoming videos.